yeah, chasing your dreams. DJ B, turn the place, everything. Marriage and relationships are not about brains. Trying to raise a family is so insane. He tries to keep politics off the brain. But sitting in the questions, he might just scream. Business and entrepreneurship is his thing.
There is society, then there is reality.
That's my dad. That's my dad.
Welcome. I'm back again. I am Brian BBT. I go by so many nicknames, but I'm back at Hey BBT. I have a lot of content and ideas and thoughts, stuff I know, some I don't know, to share. So I'm here. I tell you what, like I've been going crazy listening to so many YouTubers over this Kanye thing. And I have to say, I didn't realize there were so many intelligent individuals out there. I told y'all before, I kind of stay in my own lane. And once something kind of hits me, I'll go with it. And when I go with it, I go all in. But for the most part, I kind of stay in my own lane. That's the only way I can kind of maintain my sanity, because obviously you got so many different talking points. Everybody thinks they're super duper smart. Everyone thinks they got all the answers. And the reality is, I'm in this journey to consistently learn who I am, improve who I am, and ultimately be happy. So sometimes when we take on too much, it prevents us from being that way. So, but I'm so into the whole Kanye Ye thing, because I heard on the Hood Conservatives show, he started off his show, and I'm gonna actually play a little bit of his show, and I hope he doesn't mind. I'm gonna play a little bit of the audio. He said, "We're seeing the biggest hit job we've ever seen," and I agree. I mean, I'm gonna share, before I jump into that, I'm gonna share some tweets. But it's just amazing to me that our own people are cheering Ye's downfall. But when you actually listen to what Ye is saying, he's actually for the people. So it gets me to think, are we more in love with the current construct? Some say white supremacy. Whatever you want to say, are we more in love with the current construct than we are in love with our own community? Because from my perspective, it doesn't make any sense that we would cheer on the downfall for another, especially where we've come from, versus being okay with how things are. And how things are, when you really break it down, where are the black global brands? Where are the black tech companies? Where are the black automakers? Where are the black owners of the sports franchises, which we consume? And we are, the majority of the athletes that are participating in it. Why don't we own? So if you're happy with how things are, then I guess you got a point with cheering on the downfall of someone like Ye. Or if you really want to see us improve in your eyes and in your kids' eyes, I think we should start to get behind some of the people that are taking the risk to try to improve things moving forward. So we are in the position where we are. So anyway, I want to read a couple of tweets from today that I saw that I want to just share with you all. Let me go. The first one is this. It's a message to all black voters: stop letting Democrats use you and your votes, and then doing something specific for every demographic in their coalition except black people once they get elected. I talked about on a show before the contract with Black America. People thought Ice Cube was a coon for actually making demands before we decide who we're going to vote for. He's in bed with Trump and this and that. And the truth of the matter, I said it before and I say it again. How can everybody else make demands and we don't? I also use an example, and I know it's not apples to apples, but how come growing up as a kid, and I'm going to speak from a kid's perspective, I'm not speaking from a 45-year-old man right now. As a kid, when I'm going through my neighborhood and I'm seeing this demographic on this demographic on this. And then I say, why don't we own anything? That's what I'm saying to my grandmother. I'm saying to anyone that will listen, and nobody really had answers. So it just, and then when you kind of get older and you understand it a little bit more, they got help. There's no way they can own this without loans. There's no way they can own this without funding to get those things, relationships to be able to have a place here. Like, there's so many components to it, but why don't we have it? So, like I said, a lot of it does have to do with having demands in terms of, I want this. Look, if you're going to look out for us, hey, you got our vote. I mean, that's how it should be. But anyway, let's go to the next tweet. The second one is this true? From 19keys.eth. It said, brothers Adolf and Rudolf Dassler, the founders of Adidas and Puma, were members of the Nazi Party in 1933, and towards the end of World War II, their shoe factory was converted into a munitions plant for the Nazis' war effort. I don't know if it's true. Definitely fact check. I read some of the comments. I think it may be true. So, but I thought this tweet was very fascinating. Once again, we will cancel our own. We will cancel Brother Ye for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt before we get any type of understanding or explanation of why he wore it, right? But we will continue to support all of these brands and companies that has historically have ties to racist type of things. That's how a lot of them built their wealth from slavery. We will continue to support them versus we're ready to discredit and cancel someone for wearing a t-shirt. So once again, let me go back to my question. Are we more in love with the current construct than we are our own community? So let's read the next tweet. And this is from CNN. Former associates of Kanye West say the rapper has long been fascinated with Adolf Hitler and once wanted to name an album after the Nazi leader. Why is CNN reporting that? Regardless if it's true or not, I don't know if it's true or not. Why is CNN reporting that? And I think one thing we got to understand, and once again, you'll hear it in my intro, you'll hear from all the time, I'm not political. But what I see right now, certain parties are scared. And people like Ye scare them because they know what the potential is if he gets the support that he could potentially get. And so it's like there's this massive collaborative effort to discredit this man and to destroy this man. And for CNN, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big news person, but I don't recall ever seeing them put out headlines like this. And you know, I talked about the Forbes one the other day. Like, it's almost like, why are y'all so aggressive in wanting to discredit this person in such a short amount of time? So next tweet. This is from Boyce Watkins, PhD. How do you know who owns and controls the media when you can make Kanye West the face of hate speech while you own record labels releasing lyrics like "Die and Die"? Yeah, there's a clip going around on the internet, social media, where it was a clip from Kanye singing some lyrics from, you know, what's the top songs on the Billboard. And majority of them are destructive as hell. And then it goes into an interview on the Breakfast Club with an exec, and he's talking about the fact that, um, yeah, we know we put out this destructive music, but I got to feed my family. So it's insane. They know what they're doing, and then when Ye calls it out, he's anti-Semitic. He's the bad guy. But why? How come no one is addressing what he's saying? It's almost like, where are the headlines addressing any of the points that he's saying versus labeling him as the hate monger, as the enemy of the state? And once again, let me go back to my community, the Black community. Why aren't we calling this out? I mean, I think we are, obviously, because I'm listening to a lot of different YouTubers, listen to a lot of different outlets, but that needs to hit the mainstream in terms of what pushed Ye to say these things. Let's explore that a little bit. Let's do a little research versus putting out headline after headline after headline, continuing to try to attack and discredit. I mean, the man, according to you, he's already lost his billionaire status. He's lost over 600 million in wealth. Leave the man alone. Let's talk about the other things. Let's talk about the points that he made. So, and once again, it's just interesting that there continues to be this attack to discredit and not actually taking a look at what are the things that kind of led to this. Well, that's it for my tweets. I'm gonna make that a part of my show. I'm gonna pick like my top 4 to 5 tweets for the day. It won't always be about Ye. I'm fascinated by it because I'm one of them people that I've been a Ye supporter from day one, through all of the mess, through all of everything, because I like to think that I see beyond the headlines, beyond everything that the media is pushing. I kind of see what I see. And at the end of the day, um, I always believe his position. Sometimes we do make mistakes. Obviously, I make mistakes. You make mistakes. You don't get everything right. You say some of the things in the wrong context. But it's just interesting to me. I've always seen, and not just from his words or the headlines, I also really, really pay attention to his music. His music has got me through a lot. He's one of the few artists I listen to. And let me talk a little bit about that before I jump into some of the points from the Hood Conservative. I'm the type of person, I don't listen to the radio. I'm to a point, I have a lifetime subscription with XM, Sirius XM. I don't even listen to that. I used to listen to Hip Hop Nation, Shade 45. I don't listen to it. It's not good for my soul. It's not good for my spirit. I don't listen to it. I listen to very few artists. I listen to Coda the Friend. I listen to Ye. I listen to Jay-Z when he puts out music. I listen to JID. I listen to more hip hop that's uplifting. I also listen to spiritual music. But in terms of hip hop, I can't listen to it. And it's so like, sometimes when I'm around people in group settings and they're singing a song or the kids are singing, I'm like, what in the world is that? And then I start to dig a little deeper and start to see who the top artists are. And no knock to anybody, to the Kodak Blacks, the Little Babies, no knock to all of them. But when I hear their music, I'm like, how, then I'm really listening to what they're putting out there. And so I don't want to speak specifically on anyone because I don't listen to it enough to really give a true, honest opinion of what they're saying. But the little snippets that I get, I'm like, nah, man, I can't listen to this. I'm not playing this. Like, I'm a true believer in what you take in, really kind of comes out. And so, and people like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, like the WAP and all of that, like, yeah, a lot of them songs got a catchy beat, and I don't do clubs and stuff like that no more. But catchy beat, I'll move, but that's not something I'm gonna listen to in the car by myself. I'm gonna listen to, like I said, one of the artists I named that's more powerful, uplifting music. Because, like I said, when I go through stuff, I need something to pick me up. Or I'm listening to an audio book, or I'm listening to something on YouTube. But I can't listen to that destructive stuff. But I went into that rant about that is because when you really, really break down the points that Ye made about, the people making money off of destruction of the Black community without really benefiting from it, I mean, you might say benefit, they got money, they got cars, but what do they own? And then throwing out they may own a label and this and that, when the reality is there's someone over them that owns it. It just goes to his point that we got to break away from this image that we own and go into the mode of actually owning. But back to the topic at hand. Are we more in love with the current concept? Like, is that cool for you, for your favorite artist, to be talking about crazy stuff? And it's destroying your community. And then at the same time, the person over there is making a lot of money. Or do you want to change where then maybe we can start to own the labels, and then now we could push the more positive, conscious, and not just conscious, but more uplifting music, and sprinkling a little bit of, whatever to get us going. But for the most part, like, it shouldn't be this destruction, because obviously that destruction works. That's why there's so much craziness going on in certain areas, in certain cities. So let me play this really quick. I thought this was very, very, very fascinating. So check this out. I always talk about like being a visionary. So Ye calls himself a visionary, but anyway, let me show this.
Yo, Steve Jobs had to go down for 5 years, so it might be a moment, post this interview, post whatever, but it says Kanye, the artist, the human being formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer the richest black man in America. He's homeless. But just wait 2, 3, 4 years, and Terminator, Putin, whatever you want to call it, Ye will be back, and we're gonna be back bigger, better, more community than ever. Because all the people that will be afraid of this don't need to be around, because it's get free time.
And how can we hate that? Once again, Black America, Black people. He's talking about community, freedom. Why are we not behind this? Forget the White Lives Matter shirt. Forget the slavery was a choice comment. Why can't we get behind someone that's saying, yes, by their definition, I am at the top of the hill. I'm king of the camel, billionaire. I'm crushing it. I can take my money and I could disappear. They're willing to give it all up to build a bigger community and to get our people free. We won't support it. It says a lot. But anyway, let me jump a little bit into the hood conservative show. It's called White Supremacy. White Supremacy versus Kanye West. Pro-black side with white supremacy. So primacy. Anyway, let me play a little bit of this. Hold on, let me do this. Actually, let me just play a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I need to go to the gym and I got some errands to run. So,
okay, it sounds like we are live. How's everybody doing? Welcome back for another show. Oh man, I got some things I got to get off my chest. Feeling extra disappointed in the blacks today. I'm not feeling the community. Not feeling the sense of love. Where's all that unity? I mean, I thought unity was a part of community, right? Where is the black community without unity? And it's weird. I got to be the one, standing on the soapbox about this, because this isn't really my bag. I'm not really the guy who's trying to get black people on the same page. We got to march for this cause. Like, you really got me.
And let me say something really quick. I don't know who the hood conservative is. Obviously, it popped up on my feed, and I started listening. I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling what this brother is saying. Brother. I don't know if it's multiple people, but anyway, I'm gonna let it play for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get to one clip. I'm gonna get my 2 cents on that, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. So, let's go back.
Yeah, my bag right now. But damn, the way y'all doing Kanye is very, very telling. Sends a message, man. Sends a message. I definitely got the message, man. A lot of the pro-blacks out there are eh,
Y'all can't see it, but on the screen he has a tweet from Little Duval. Little Duval is a comedian and also he makes music. And he says in the tweet, y'all about to see how much of a billionaire y'all boy never was soon. Jeez.
and pro-black may be a little bit too broad of a term for every single black person, but generally speaking, from black Hollywood and the black entertainment media, black celebrities, you tend to get almost near universal support for let's say issues where a black person is being disenfranchised by the community, right? I'm not by the community, systemically oppressed, right? Systemically oppressed. That's what's going on with Kanye West right now. If you're going to point to an argument for a black man being systemically oppressed in modern 2022 America, how do you not put Kanye on that list? Bro, see, Mike V, y'all pro-blacks are so y'all pro-blacks are proving your cowardice right now. And I'm not putting this on you personally, Mike V, but I'm making a statement just the same. Pro-blacks are proving their cowardice right now. All of y'all bought and paid for. All of y'all know who y'all work for, bro. I don't want to hear nothing else after this moment. Pro-blacks got nothing to stand on after this day. Because if you can't stand up, and not even stand up, it's not like you're being asked to do anything in particular, right? But if you're gonna make one of these arguments about how there's systemic oppression against black people, right?
All this systematic racism.
One of those people out there complaining about Cincinnati racism. And you understand, you see what Kanye did. Kanye didn't do this on his own behalf, right? He didn't stand up and torch his own reputation and his own career because he felt like people were being mean to Kanye individually. He actually did this on behalf of the black community. Kanye made himself a martyr for y'all cause. And because y'all refused to stand up and toe the line with Kanye, it's obvious who you work for. It's obvious who you're scared of.
In time, you will call me.
All right, so look, y'all can go and listen to the entire YouTube video. It's on the Hood Conservative White Supremacy versus Kanye West, pro-black side with white supremacy. So I'm gonna play one more clip and then I am going to get up out of here. So let's go. Hold on.
And I said, well, how many people do we have working for us? He said 60, and we have 40 part-time. I said, well, how many Jewish people do we have? He said, well, I don't know. We have some. And I said, well, do we have black people working for us? He said, yeah. I said, how many? He said, 2. And I said, you're telling me we can't find 60 black engineers? Well, 60 black engineers? Telling me we can't find 60 black engineers? Well, yeah. And see, that's where that comment that got me into so much trouble forced me to look at myself as the richest black man since Mansa Musa, right? With multiple tech companies. And where am I kicking the tires inside of my own company to ensure that I'm hiring my people? Because Chinese people hire Chinese people and Jewish people hire Jewish people. And I said,
Yeah.
So look, y'all, how can you hate that? How can you hate that? The richest. Have you ever heard another person say something in that context? I'm not throwing anyone that has money or perceived to have money under the bus, but the fact that, see, to get to those levels, obviously you have a lot of consultants and advisors and handlers and stuff like that. And because you're doing this and this and this, you're making music, oftentimes other people are involved in hiring and growing your brand and your businesses. And then you look up and you're like, how many black people do I have on my staff? 2. Okay, how many other people have on the staff? Probably a lot of them. And you start to say, okay, wait, Why can't I find more people that look like me to work with me? I am a richest Black person since Mansa Musa. Why don't I have the freedom and control to do that? And you start taking a step back and you like, and I'm willing to bet what happened with Ye. He would wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, look in the mirror. He wouldn't be happy with what he's seeing. It's like everything is telling me how great I am. I'm seeing it in my accounts, I'm seeing it in everything, but I don't even have the power and the freedom to make my own decisions. And I'm willing to bet that's what probably started the process to say, I got to get the hell up out of here and I get my freedom back. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap up by saying this. Are we more in love with the current construct versus the Black community? What do you think? Can you give me your thoughts? Because I don't know, in my opinion. But I'm out of here. Hitting the gym. Peace.